It's the Imperfect Gardener here, working out in a cloudy day. Here to show you how to rake your rows up into raised beds. Not all those wooden raised beds things. I'm talking about raised beds like this in the garden. Okay, so here's how I do it for me. That's what the garden looks like after I've tilled it with my rototiller. And then I come over here and I start on one end and I start raking the soil and rake it into a pile, okay? All the way down, start here, go all the way down, down there, raking it into a pile. And then you flatten it out on top and you got this big raised bed like this, okay? What it's done is I could show you this part. This one's flattened out already. Down there it's not. You see how it's a big hill? That's because that's where I just raked it. And if you start on the right side of it as you're going, then you'll be standing on the part that you already took the soil out of, right here. You're standing here and raking now. I already raked this dirt over to here. So now I'm raking the dirt over here that wasn't stepped on yet. Rake it up into the pile over here and just go down the row and just keep raking that up into the pile, which is really difficult to show you while I am holding this. I need to get my other camera out here, but whatever. So rake it into this pile, and then you just take your rake like so. Let's see if I can get behind it here, and take that and you just pull your rake along and flatten it out. You have to kind of do a little back and forth motion. Let me see if I can show you if I can get back far enough from my rake. Okay, so I'm taking the rake, pulling the dirt. It takes two hands really, and I'm using one right now. But you just flatten it out along until you have this flat top that you see all the way down there and on this row over here. Basically, why do I do this? Well, it's wonderful, that's why. It gives me this soil right here is raised up from the ground right here more than it would be otherwise. So now when I put my plants in here, in this raised area, they've got this much more space of really nice tilled up fertile earth to grow down into. They're also raised up so if there's a lot of rain, the water is going to go down in and they're not going to get waterlogged at all. They won't be sitting in water. They're up high so they won't be sitting in water. It helps that. I've also found it helpful for my carrots, for example, because carrots need to dig down and have loose earth. So now I've got the earth I tilled originally, and then I've got earth on top of the earth I tilled. So that soil that I put on top of the soil I already tilled, now instead of just having about 4 inches for my carrot to grow, I've actually going to be about 8 inches of nice soil. Now in some areas, like this one over here, it's not as high. It's over on the edge, and the stuff I'm planting I'm not that worried about, so having really, really deep. But my carrots I'll put in one that's nice and high like this. This one is only up about 2 inches. This one is more 3 or 4 inches higher than the rest of the earth here. And I don't need to put, a wood around it or anything to keep it from going down. The first year I did this, I thought, "Cow, if I make it this high," the first year I did it, I made them all this size of the one way down here, pretty low. My brother told me to do it up a couple inches. Another year, my son made them really high like this, and I thought, that's just going to erode away with water. That's just going to all be gone. But it doesn't. It actually stays in place really nicely. You end up having the flat part on the top here, real flat. And then if you can see, it is a gradual incline that's going down right here. It's a little bit, going down. It's not like just a straight thing. It goes down at a little angle such that this doesn't erode away hardly at all. Once in a while, I'll get a spot where it starts to erode if the sprinkler hit it in the wrong way, and then I just push a little dirt back into there and it's fine. But normally not a problem at all. And so that's how I like to do it. And I've got 1, 2, 3 almost done. I got to flatten this one out on the end. And that's good for today because it is, I don't know, what is it, May 2nd, May 3rd in Michigan today. And I am going to plant some of my cool weather vegetables out here today. I can do another video about that. But it's really awesome to get stuff out into the ground. So that's what I'm going to do, those 3, get them planted. And then the rest of this, I'm really going to wrangle my son into raking some more of these rows up for me, getting it all set for me. Or I'll do it a few days at a time, you know. I don't have to rake the whole garden into my rows in one step or in one day. When you're an imperfect gardener like me, you just go along and do what you can do, and you get it done a little at a time. And it ends up beautiful with tons of wonderful things growing in it. So I hope you have fun gardening. Have a great day.